Welcome back. Namaste, beautiful souls. This is Top Tarot Minors, and it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and it's high time I got back to this. So I have 4 more cards in the Suit of Swords, and then 14 cards in the Suit of Pentacles for a 56 card series. So if you have just chimed in right now, please be sure to check out the entire series, and I have been linking the videos, so it should be easy for you to find them. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sadhana, and I have a wealth of information on my channel. Tarot, all kinds of things, breathing exercises. I am a yoga instructor and a healer as well too, so please feel free to peruse my channel. Hello, Kim. Welcome. So today is about the Page of Swords. And this really is a brilliant soul. I do have, I think, a personal love of this energy. And I want to this is, so I've done wands, so 4 cups for 8. So this is the 9th court card that I have gone through. And I really do love the court cards when they come up in a reading. And I think it's very valuable when you're following a series like this to sit and consider, when did this when was this reflected back in my life? This archetype of the Page of Swords, because I believe that each of us has all 16 of these court cards within, and they will come forth and fade away at different times in our life. But this one is just, it's so brilliant. It's witty and intelligent and utterly annoying at the same time. This is the little child that is always asking why, talking constantly, ceaselessly seeking clarity and information. And I'm going to read to you Lloyd Hagelin's poem, if I ever get that name right. This is from the Voyager Tarot. And in this particular deck, the Suit of Swords is called Crystals. And this is the card from the Voyager Tarot. Look at that face. And also a reminder, this is so important, that each of these archetypes can appear at any age within us. It's not something... I imagine this could appear when you find yourself with a new love of something that you are so passionate about studying, and you take this to a degree you never imagined, learning all the little details, and the vocabulary comes quite naturally. I wonder if this happened when you learned a new language, and it was almost as if you felt the language in your bones. You knew it, and you knew its nuances, and you learned to speak it like a native speaker remarkably quickly. I mean, there's lots of different ways we could capture this energy. So this one is called the Learner. Child of Crystals is awash in awe, eyes bursting with fascination, face glowing with curiosity, of fingers, crystals, numbers, and books. Learner begins slowly collecting knowledge. Child of Crystals does not confuse by multiplying. Child of Crystals simply sees the axioms whirling. He sees light reflecting off wondrous shapes and prisms of light dividing colors. If you play with the Child of Crystals card, your initiation is beginning, and you will visit the Temple of Awe, where devoted you begin our lessons. Put aside complications and reverently continue your path into the sacred library. The energy of the Child of Crystals card is glowing, strong, and electric. You, as learner, grow steadily with small steps. Piece by piece, you carefully assemble the puzzle of your life. And I was also thinking that this kind of learner, once they crash at night, fall asleep, they fall asleep, deep asleep. It's exhausting being in this energy. It's exhausting being the parent of this kind of energy. And personally, being in this energy, being this Page of Swords requires a lot of energy mentally. So grounding is really important for this beautiful soul. All right, I see I've got a funny, too much light over on this side and not enough light over here. All right, I'll bring the cards over to the right as I'm discussing them. The one on the far right is the Tarot of St. Croix. And I've had this card come up in a few readings, and there's something about it that speaks to the mystery, the magic, the mystery of mathematics and life and sacred geometry. And I love what Kelly Burton does in Journey of the Sacred Bee. The golden ratio is embedded into that deck in such a beautiful way. And here I see the Page of Swords feeling the energy of the golden ratio, and the sword becomes the cleverness and the mystery of the mathematics. And in that poem, the Child of Crystals sees the golden ratio beyond the formulas. I imagine a child like this. Or, I had a day, oh my goodness, it was a temple in Madurai in India. And we were learning about the sacred geometry that abounded in this temple. And as it was described, it's like the walls came alive. The shapes of the temple came alive. And it just felt, I don't know, fifth dimensional, kind of crazy. So I really do. I love this card here. And I want to go to, and I could have pulled out, if I still had it, the Bubba Studios Alice deck as well. This is Dame Darcy's Queen Alice Tarot. And here we see Alice slaying the Jabberwocky. And I believe in the Bubba Studios deck, it's the same choice for the Page of Swords here. And I love this play on words. So the Jabberwocky is this brilliant poem in the Alice books. And if you've ever memorized it or tried to recite it, it's just full of rhythm and cleverness. And I could just imagine the intelligence of one writing a poem like this. And so I have spoken to this card years ago. I did a few videos on the Alice decks, and the brilliance here, or how I want to bring this card forth in a reading, is to ask the querent, what is your Jabberwocky? You are here slaying, or you're invited to slay your Jabberwocky, to stand forth and to speak up and to find your own authentic voice, to articulate that which others are ready to hear. Maybe this is about a speech contest, or there is an opportunity to represent the family at a meeting, or it may not just be with your words, but it's an opportunity to display your cleverness and your intelligence and your curiosity. And the artwork really doesn't do anything for me in this card. It's just simply the brilliance of the choice here. And that metaphor, what does it mean to slay your Jabberwocky? This is the Vision Quest Tarot, and this is quite a different energy. And as you know, the Suit of Swords most often is associated with the element of air. And here, the daughter of air is completely one with the element and one with the bird behind them that embraces the magic and the mystery of the element. You all know what it feels like to stand in a bold wind and to feel it on your face, and the power of the wind and the air against your small body. There's just something here about the connectedness. And as a suit of air and voice, we also have this connection to hearing and listening. And I see the curiosity of this page in listening to the wind, beginning to refine their skills as a listener by acknowledging that messages do exist in the wind, in the whispers of the wind, from our ancestors, from our guides, from the cosmos. So, lovely card. The Page of Swords has an attitude that is sometimes difficult for adults. When the Page of Swords is a child or a teenager, that is difficult for adults to work with if they don't have the time or the patience. And I can see this child of swords here. I have another job in the public school system, and I feel this here. Like, this child is utterly bored of what is happening at school. And I can imagine a thought pattern here of, don't you see the patterns in what you are saying? Why are you dummying this down when this is so much more brilliant than what it is that you are teaching? Or maybe there's a way, they have an idea on how to refine or develop something, and there just isn't an opportunity for them to display their intelligence. So I find sometimes that Pages of Wands become quite they become difficult because they're not challenged. And I said that pages do appear as adults, but this wouldn't be a characteristic of an adult Page of Wands, but a very frustrated younger one. And so it's really important to continue to work with and inspire, and you just got to hope that the teacher is there, the right person is there to inspire these kind of beautiful souls. Robin Wood was one of my first decks, and I'll probably show you the Queen in a couple of days, the Page, even the King. There's something about the quartz in this suit that I really love, their energy in the element. Maybe this is quite similar to what I feel in that Vision Quest Tarot, but it's it's an amazement of standing in awe of the element. There's a braveness, a boldness that is needed to embody this energy. Kim offers that this is her significator when she does shadow work, to go into something with a clear and a fresh mind, and yet a inspired intelligence, searching for authenticity, answers. Okay, let's put this one over here so you can see the color. The pages in this deck are just lovely. And this reminds me a little bit of the balance card. So in this deck, the Justice card is called Balance. Similar background in the painting. And again, here we see this child is connected to the element. And, you know, sometimes in a Page of Swords, what is in their left hand? It's kind of dark where I am. I'm going to get the light on my magnifying glass. Sometimes I feel like when you look at a Page of Swords card, I don't know actually. There's a ribbon. There's a bow in the left part of her hair. And I don't know if it's just shading or there's actually blood all over her arms. I need to look at that in the daylight. But what I was going to say is often I feel that Pages of Swords don't look like it's kind of scary how they are wielding the sword. But in a few decks, it feels like I was saying about learning languages, like it is an innate ability, something that they have been gifted with, and will need mentorship and guidance. But somehow they just know how to hold and wield the sword. All right, so top 5. I don't have a lot on the table. And for different reasons, I'm going to be choosing some of these. And I don't know if... And like I said, with the Alice cards, Page of Swords, I don't know if there is a better metaphor for this court card. And so I'm going to include this one. Absolutely love the Saint Croix and the Daughter of Air from Vision Quest Tarot. I mean, it's kind of similar, right? These three. Now that I look at it, the Slow Tarot, the Robin Wood, and the Vision Quest. But certainly the Vision Quest takes a more spiritual, and I love the listening quality that is portrayed in this painting. I didn't say what deck this was. This is Tarot of the Strange Branches, Le Tarot au Ramour Étrange. And I feel the frustration of this child, and so I want to keep this one on the table. Yeah, so that is 4. And then from the other 3 that I showed you, I think I'm going to include the Voyager Tarot. And I mean, the poems in this book, the Voyager Tarot Companion by Art Lloyd Hageland, are just brilliant. And sometimes they don't align because it is a Thoth-inspired deck. But for the most part, I would say that this is a book of poems you could use for inspiration with any deck. You don't necessarily have to have the Voyager Tarot. And I love and I guess it's similar in the St. Croix Tarot, but the mystery, the knowing, the inner knowing, and the ability to read between lines and see the mystery between the variables in a formula, things like that. Just really, really clever. Okay, thank you. Thanks for listening. Left to right, top 5 page of Swords cards, Le Tarot, or more étrange, Vision Quest Tarot, Voyager Tarot, Dame Darcy, Queen Alice, and the Tarot of St. Croix. Thank you. And I will be back soon. I am scheduled and will be resuming this series regularly. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste. Thanks, Kim.